Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. My name is Story and today is January the 28th. That means we're running up until February the 4th because that's how things go around here. Now, how are you doing? We've had a patch. I hope everything's going to be okay. There's been a small hotfix update kind of thing. But anyway, let's get stuck into what we've got to play with in Destiny 2 this week. If you're new to the game, welcome. Come on in, pull up a pew, and sip on a brew. This is the tower map. There is a couple of important things to mention if you are new to the game, and that is these are tower vendors. There's icons all over the place. They're vendors. There's many of them dotted across the Destiny universe. They're on different planets and whatnot, and they will offer you challenges, triumphs, bounties, and quests. But if you pick up some bounties and complete them, that will get you some loot. And loot is why we play the game. Of course, we like to play for fun with family and friends, but loot is one of them reasons why we play. Now, for example, if you look at the gunsmith, we have bounties. If you do 8 bounties from this gentleman here, then you will get some powerful gear at tier 1. Just go and visit him, pull up those bounties and do them, and you'll get powerful gear at tier 1. Same with Shax, same with Zavala at the Vanguard, and then there is clan rewards. If you're a member of a clan, you can only sell 5,000 XP on a character, and on another character, and on another character, if that's what you like. And that will get you some powerful gear at tier 2. Same with the Drifter, you get the point. There's lots of stuff. But anyway, let's go into the destinations and have a look at the Vanguard playlist. Daily heroic story missions, you can play those if you love them, and you can get some XP. You won't get much loot, unfortunately, so that's why we head on over to Vanguard Strikes. There is a weekly here, complete strikes using the same subclass element as the currently active elemental burn. And look, this hotfix has changed it now. It says strikes complete 3 of for some powerful gear tier 1. What's a subclass element? What's the burn? Well, click on the strike and you'll see Arc Singe is this week's burn. There we go. Blackout and Grenadier happen to be the daily modifiers, and that is the weekly one, Arc Singe. So equip an Arc subclass and go and complete 3 strikes. That's lovely. Nicely nice. And then we have the Ordeal, the big bad nightfall of all challenges. This week it is the Festering Core, if you're a friend of that. But then we've got a weekly here, complete the nightfall. The Ordeal activities, higher difficulties grant the most efficient progress. So run through that a bunch of times and you get some powerful gear at tier 1. Then there's the weekly, complete nightfall, the Ordeal with a team score above 100,000 points, and that will get you some pinnacle gear, and that's the Daddy-O business right there. Then we've got a nightfall list here. You can play between 3 of these strikes. We've got Strange Terrain, Will of the Thousands, and Brood Hold. Brood Hold gets you precisely no specific loot whatsoever as far as we know. What specific loot? Well, these nightfalls have the potential of dropping their specific loot. Strange Terrain has the Braytech Osprey rocket launcher, for example. Will of the Thousands can drop you a transmat effect that makes you look like a big yellow worm. Now, who wouldn't want that on Sunday best? So there you go. Those are the Nightfall strikes. I hope you're happy with those. I certainly am. Heading on over to Gambit, we have the Reckoning, because I know it's one of your favourites. It is a cooperative match-made activity of 1 to 4 players, it says here. However, I'm going to recommend you go in with a full 4, because one person doing this activity would not be that much fun. Look at this mess. Add a member. I think that's very anti-Bungie. I don't know who's put that in, but that looks like a mess. Anyway, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, all will get you slightly different things. The burn for the Reckoning this week is also Arc Singe, and there is a Brawler mod which will change later on if you don't keep your eye on it. Then we've got Gambit and Gambit Prime. Any one of these 2 playlists, 3 games of each, well, 3 games between, rather, will get you some powerful gear at tier 2. That's not 3 of them, powerful loot, 3 of them, powerful loot. It's 1 of them, 1 of them, 1 of them, powerful loot. That's how that works. And then you can play private matches if you can train your dog to play Gambit, because that's the way it goes. Anyway, Crucible. We've got 2 types of playlist in here, 3 if you kind of count survival. But anyway, we'll go through them one by one. So we've got the rotary or rotator playlists. That is Mayhem and Countdown for the week. They're right there. Mayhem and Countdown, those are the rotator ones. Complete 4 matches of those for powerful gear 1, tier 1 gear rather. And then we've got core matches, core playlists, which consist of Rumble, Control, Elimination, Survival, Survival Freelance, and Classic Mix. That'll get you some powerful gear at tier 1 also. Private matches get you nothing apart from experience and improvement at your craft. Anyway, there you go. And on Mars, we have Escalation Protocol. It's one of your favourite activities. It's a golden oldie with 7 waves of baddies to complete. And then there is a big boss, and you'll farm this for a specific loot indeed. I think this week it is the shotgun, which will drop if you're after the Icolo shotgun. This is the activity to be farming this week, so all the best with that. And over on the Dreaming City, if we visit Petrovenge over here by the Strand and pick up the bounties, we'll have the Ascendant Challenge is in the Gardens of Essela this week, so have some fun moseying on down over there and sipping on your tincture of Queensfall and disappearing through the portal. Yes, have a lovely time with that. Flashpoint this week happeneth to be on... Is that Mercury? Is that Ming? I think it is. Yes, it is. Flashpoint is on Mercury, so complete activities to get yourself some tier 1 powerful gear. Then you can wait around for the public event, or you can go over to this lost sector and farm that. There's also some VIPs that are dotted about the place that will get you a small amount, or at least that's what it was in my day when I was young. But anyway, Brother Vance will tell you your activities completed progress if you just hover over his vendor icon right there. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Flashpoint. The moon also has activity. I like the moon. It's one of my favorite areas to play in. We've got Nightmare Hunts, for example. There's weekly challenges here. Complete any Nightmare Hunt activities or difficulty tiers, grant progress. Right, so that's 3 of. For powerful gear at tier 1. You can also get some of that Pinnacle gear by completing a Nightmare Hunt on the Master difficulty. So that's 1 of those per character. And then there is the Pit of Heresy, which will get you Pinnacle gear. And that's it. Of course, the Garden of Salvation, or the Vault of Grass, as it is affectionately called, will also get you Pinnacle gear, if I could English. And then Soros Harbour, don't forget this. This is another Escalation Protocol style wave challenge business going on, which does award stuff if on demand if you complete the last boss. So it's either a shotgun, a sniper, or a rocket launcher. There's also some challenges from these places down here that we've got the what you call it, the bench of love, I'm gonna call it at the moment, the lectern of enchantment. There it is. I knew it was in my brain somewhere. And then there's Luna's Calling from Eris Morn herself as well. Isn't that nice? Right, briefly scanning over the tower. There's Eververse there. We're going to visit that in just a moment. We're going to go past Dr. Banana Squid and have a look at the Banshee to see some stuff. If you're new to the game, make sure to pick up these bounties. You've got weekly bounties, 2 of, which will get you some XP Glimmer, upgrade modules, and planetary resources. You've also got daily bounties right here that refresh on the daily reset. If you complete these bounties, they'll give you mod components and enhancement cores. Very helpful indeed, because you can trade stuff in for upgrade modules, enhancement prisms, and ascendant shards, which will help upgrade your fancy armor. There's also mods for sale from our friendly gunsmith as well. There's always a weapon mod and an armor mod. This is the armor mod, which happens to be fusion rifle dexterity. Maybe if you fancy a bit of this with the Bastion, and that's what they said. And then you've got a freehand grip for your weapons. Increase the accuracy and ready speed while firing from the hip. And that's how that goes. Isn't that nice? That's quite cool. We're going to hop on over to the Leviathan raid vendor, because I know you guys like to see what armor and inventory he has. Benedict, 99 and 40 pence. We've got the Spirostars helmet, normal Leviathan gauntlets, prestige Leviathan chest piece, Spirostars boots, Eater of Worlds class item, and the Conspirator Scout Rifle. I know there is another vendor which you also like me to look at, so I'm going to head on over there and see you in front of his business. Werner, here you are, mates. Now we've got the normal Leviathan helmets, the Prestige Leviathan gauntlets, the Eater of Worlds chest piece, Eater of Worlds boots, Spire of Stars class item, and Itstead back legendary sword. Nice. We're going to wrap up the video now by having a look at the Eververse store. I've got engrams galore. It all rhymes. Right then, here we are in the weekly offerings, the featured stuff. We've got the Spike emote. There's a football there, slamming it down and having a bit of a victory pelvic thrust. Is that really a pelvic thrust? Let's check it. No, it's not. Okay. Well, it's a little bit of a one. Then there's Bloodline Memorial for the Bastion, an absolutely beautiful ornament there for the kinetic fusion rifle. There's a Blade Wipe emote there. I think that looks really awkward. And then there's the Phalanx Shell Ghost. It's big, isn't it? Then we've got Colossus Helmet Projection, Any Fond Memories Engrams. There's some stuff here for Bright Dust. Byzantium Lotus, I don't believe I have that. I think that's the stuff that you need in your collection that's only available in the Eververse store, and it makes you feel guilty and stuff. And then there's a Saint's Invocation ship. I bought this for silver, and now I feel like a schmuck. Facepalm emote as well is also there. And then we've got the seasonal stuff. This is only available. Look, there's the warning items. May become unavailable for purchase after the season ends. Anyway, there it is. There's lots of stuff for you to look through there. There is ornaments galore. There is finishers, engrams, and projections and emotes and everything. And then we've got the archive, which contains the same kind of cosmetic stuff from previous seasons, only some of it, not all of it. And then there's Bright Dust, the section that you like the most. We have a Galloping Knight emote. That's fabulous. It's almost like they knew that Terry Jones was going to leave us, because this was released before. But anyway, that's a lovely boat in the honor of his wonderful career. And then the Saints Invocation, of course. Then there's the Vice shell. We've got that Foundry shell there, very nice. Foretelling weapon ornament for the Bad Omens. And then there's Ain't My First Rodeo ornament for the Chaperone. That's a nice wooden Tex Mechanica. Then there's the Virulent Vest. I think this is different for other classes. Be wary of that, though, ladies and gents. It may offer something different if you're on a Titan or a Warlock there. I can never remember. And then there's Mind Jack projection, as well as some sunglasses projections, Up and Smoke, Transmat effects, some shaders as well, and boons and business. And there you go. That is everything. In the world of Destiny 2 this week. Have an absolutely fantastic time chewing through that content, ladies and gents. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and remember, smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.